There are things you should never do before sex. Worst things, deadly things you should never do before sex. I'll be telling you all of this in today's video. Hello, my name is Oge. I'm a registered nurse here in the UK. And on this channel, I talk about all things sexual and reproductive health, wellness, and occasionally impactful lifestyle videos. If these are the contents you like, please subscribe to my channel, like this video, share, comment. This will help the algorithm recommend it to persons who will benefit. In today's video, I'll be telling you 8 deadly or worst things you should never do before sex. Number 1, do not shave or wax immediately before sex. Now, when you shave immediately before sex or wax immediately before sex, you can actually sustain cuts in the process of doing this. And this can predispose you to sexually transmitted infections, herpes virus, human papilloma virus. So you wouldn't want to do this, right? If you must shave, do that 2 to 3 days before sex and not just before sex. Number 2, do not eat spicy foods or heavy food before sex. Now, this is because spicy food can cause bloating, stomach acidity. It can actually cause reflux, which can lead to chest burn. It can make sex uncomfortable for you. Also, when you eat heavy food, you are drowsy, it makes you weak. So you might want to eat light food that will give you energy during sex, preferably fiber-containing food. So the third thing that you shouldn't do before sex is taking antihistamine. Do not take antihistamine before sex. Antihistamine like Piriton, Loratadine. Now, this is because antihistamines are used for allergy, right? Most of the times you are prescribed antihistamine for cold and allergy. So what it does is that it dries mucous membrane around the nose and the body. So when you take antihistamine before sex, it can also dry the mucus around the vagina, and this can make sex painful and uncomfortable. Also, antihistamine are sedatives. So it can give you a sedative effect and make you weak or drowsy before sex. The fourth thing you shouldn't do before sex is douching before sex or using feminized spray or deodorant. Now, you might say you want to do this because you want to look good or you want to smell good for your partner. But keep in mind that when you douche, you are simply telling the vagina that it is no longer self-cleansing and you're helping the vagina to cleanse it. You need to see my video on 9 things you should never do to your vagina. Now, when you do this, you are altering the pH of the vagina, and this can predispose you to vaginal infections when you do this. So please never use feminine spray, deodorant, or douching just before sex. Before or even at any point, please do not do this to your vagina. The fifth thing you shouldn't do before sex is do not take too much alcohol. Now, alcohol is a depressant. So when you take depressants, it can actually make you slow. It can deprive you of the experience, orgasmic experience during sex. It will make you not to enjoy sex or deny you of the pleasure around sexual intercourse. So the sixth thing you shouldn't do before sex is brushing rigorously before sex. So avoid rigorous toothbrushing before sex. So you might feel, I want to really do this. I want my mouth to smell good. But when you brush rigorously, what happens is that you can hurt your tongue or your gum, and this can predispose you to STDs during sex. So another thing you shouldn't do before sex is using dirty hands or dirty sex toys during sex or before sex. Now, when you use dirty hands during sex or use dirty sex toys, you can predispose yourself to vaginal infections, UTI, urinary tract infections, and all that. So please make sure you don't use dirty hands. Ensure you wash your hands and you wash your sex toys before sex. Now, the last thing, and which is my 8th point, the thing you shouldn't do before sex is avoid going unprotected before sex. Always use protection. If you're not married, ensure you use protection. If you are married and you suspect that your partner is cheating on you, it's also important to protect yourself if you are not sure of your partner. These are the 8 things you shouldn't do before sex. I will see you in my next video.